Hello and welcome to this day 17 recap in the Karen Reed case. Yesterday was Higgins Day. We finally got Brian Higgins on the stand, and let's be honest, it wasn't the best day for the defense because he brought in text messages from Karen Reed to him, alluding to her wanting to get away from John, maybe starting something with him. The way the prosecution put it in, when I watched it, I thought, this isn't the best look for Karen Reed because she was talking about, yeah, the kids is too much, and yeah, we are having trouble, and blah, 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 stuff like that. And in reality, when the defense got to it, I kind of feel they took the sting out of it because she kind of engaged in a little bit of I don't know how to describe it, but a middle-aged woman who didn't really want to take care of other people's kids, and she liked a little adventure, but in the end, nothing came from it, and she ghosted him. And the last couple of messages from them was interesting because she had been kind of leading him on, and then she ghosted him. And at the bar that night, he sent her a text. Well, and he admitted that was a flirting text. I don't know about American women. I don't know about women in general, but if that's enough to get their motor running, I'm not sure that's flirting. But the next text was her saying John passed away, and he didn't respond to which was really weird. Sadly, the defense didn't really harbor on that. They did hit on. Well, she ghosted you. She didn't write to you for 6 days, and I kind of think they took the sting out of it. But I think the text messages wasn't a good look. Finally, something where you can say the state had some. At least they had some hits. I don't feel they have been doing a great job of painting her in a bad light with the Aruba trip and all that. With the text messages, yeah, there was something there where you could say maybe their relationship wasn't perfect, and we know the kids are gonna come in and talk about how there might have been something going on at the household that they might have been a little. It wasn't a perfect relationship, but who has a perfect relationship? But again, in court, everything sounds bad. The most important part yesterday was actually the last, probably about 30 minutes, because the defense was hitting him, hitting him, hitting him. He did like Jen McCabe, couldn't remember anything, had to see all his testimony. Whenever his testimony was read and it was clear that he had changed his story again, it was like, well, what I really meant was, and Bev gave him way too much leeway to explain his answers, which he shouldn't been allowed. She kept interrupting. She kept. Lally was objecting to everything and was kind of a S show. But in the end, they went into questions about his phone. And because those text messages we saw was something he extracted himself from his phone and turned over to the police. He didn't turn over his phone. No, I just wanted to give them everything. Why didn't you give them the phone? Well, I gave them the text messages, which is weird. This is a federal agent. He should know that I'm clean. They can just download my phone. But he didn't. He went to his buddy who works I think he's a DEA agent. He's a federal agent. And he asked him, how do I retrieve this from my phone so I can turn it over to the police? Then he went to a federal establishment, used a federal computer or machine to extract this and gave it to the police. This is illegal. This is a federal offense. So they had to send the jury out, get his lawyer in there to talk about what he had done and if it was something he could answer. When he came back, or when they put the jury back and they start talking about it. Alan Jackson talked a lot about this is a federal crime, this is a federal offense. Bev started going along with all of Lally's objections. A lot of people were saying, "Well, he's done now, he's gone." But Bev is the queen of the courtroom. She decides what comes in as evidence. It's gonna be fun to see if he catches a federal charge for misuse of federal property, but it won't change this case, not until appeals. Uh, he was cut off for asking him. We will have to go again Tuesday, even though they said, "Oh, we should do it Friday." They have to bring him back, but Bev was really protective in the end of the state's case. But again, a federal agent who didn't follow any rules. He went to the police station in the middle of the night to do administrative work, according to one of his testimonies. That administrative work was moving two cars he had parked there. While he was wasted, he admitted to at least 5 or 6 drinks. He wouldn't drive his government vehicle to the bar because he had been drinking, but apparently in Canton, it's okay to do a DUI if you do it in your personal vehicle. We had him testifying that he saw a tall, dark-haired man enter the house. The only one who ever talked about it, which might have been Ryan Nagel. Ryan Nagel never entered the house, according to his own testimony, according to everyone else's testimony, because his sister went to the car outside. He got into his car, which now, in this case, was parked at the curbside outside of the house, put on the headlights, didn't see John O'Keefe, which would have been like 20 feet in front of him. Absolutely didn't see him. Even though he's a trained agent, he's a former military, he has absolutely no visual, I don't know what you will call it. He can only see straight forward. He has blinders on. He couldn't see a guy, 217 pounds, 6'2", laying on snow in the front lawn, which to me is just so incredible that they want to make you believe this. Um, it was a good day for the state yesterday. I think the text messages was kind of ruined by their comebacks that Karen ghosted him, and it was him who tried to keep going again, providing maybe he was angry at John O'Keefe and ended in a fight with him because John O'Keefe might have asked him, "Are you banging my mistress?" They kind of alluded to it, but didn't say it with words. It was so weird. He got caught in so many stories where he changed his story on the spot. Did you call people to get updates on this case? No, I didn't do anything to get updates in this case. But 25 people called you the next day. Yeah, I was told about the case, but I didn't go look for it. So you got updates. I never looked for it. But again, the question was, did you get updates on the case? He clearly did. Why lie? We know Berkovich, who was out on sick leave, was really involved in this case all of a sudden, a personal good friend of his. Why? He was on sick leave. Why did he come into this case? Why did he hang out around the Canton Police Department? We know he moved around that Sally port, that important garage where there's missing video. We have him on keycard, but he had a lot of even though I checked in, it doesn't mean I checked out at this point. Well, every time you go through a secure door at a police facility or any facility, you have to swipe your card. So you can see when you went through door 1, door 2, door 3, door 1, door 2, door 3. It's such a stupid. It was, to me, he became less and less credible the longer the day went. Now we have to wait for Tuesday to see if they can hit the home run on him. I feel he was a good witness for the state. The text messages painted Karen in a bad light. They have to really focus on Karen ghosted him for the last 6 days. Like it's yeah, she wanted a little excitement. He claimed she kissed him in more than a friendly way, but in the text She said, well, it's just a peck. Yeah, weak was his response. So, did the jury catch that? I don't know. We don't know. We have to wait and see. But for the state, I would say yesterday was a good day. They haven't had many out of the last 17 days where you could say they landed some shots. They did yesterday. The defense pulled back. They they got him destroying his phone, which he claimed, I didn't destroy my phone, I threw it away. That's the same thing. It's going into a trash bin and then into a trash compactor. And funny enough, just like Brian Higgins, he changed his provider the day before they got the court order to preserve their phones, which is one of those keinkadings that just doesn't make sense. But Monday, Memorial Day, Tuesday, back in court. I think Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is day off because Bev has so much to do. I don't know. Ain't no law when you're on the claw. But let's see how it goes. Good day for the state, an okay day for the defense, but they still have a lot of cleaning up to do because this was the first one who really, in my opinion, put some punches in. But we have to see what happens. Have a nice weekend out there.